Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bills in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who...
And we are underway in Buffalo. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They go play action with Hurts. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Hey,
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Caught on the right side by Adams. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Hurts sets up to throw it. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. The Bills at 2 and 4 here in the first half of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Here's Hurts to throw. He hits Adams complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that is caught by Caldwell for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. And the touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
Now, I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass. That's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this one will be brought back to the 22. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Ready, go. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From
from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Wk7. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind to, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they take it over, we step aside. Hurts throw into the hands of Andrews. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts. It's caught here by Adams. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 5 catches, 59 yards.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. For those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
On 1st down, Hurts. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ready, go.
That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Throwing is Hurts. This goes out wide from Mixon. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. On 2nd and goal. Hurts got his tight end. That's complete. That's Andrews. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Mixon will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, 1st quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Harris running straight ahead. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here are the Bills to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Buffalo. 47 yards. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the 1st half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw again. And that's complete to Adams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Mixon with a first down carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Adams. Touchdown, Bills. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Tucker now to add the point after. And it is now 21-0. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Here's Corliss Waitman now.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper. That's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you can almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking through.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now it's Mixon running right. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Tucker's kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They'll drop to throw. To the left side, incomplete for Amari Cooper.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Bills have recovered.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Hurts throw pulled in by Renfro. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Hurts. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This will be caught at about the 5. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds his man, complete. That's Brock. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw here. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to Mixon on first down. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert, alert.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Bulldozes past him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Joe Mixon,
his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Bills extend their lead yet again. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Vikings head out to take over once again. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Brock. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And a short gain here down to the 22. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And it bangs off the right upright. No good. And they will remain well behind. And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Buffalo, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.